Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of Dave Talks Movies. I'm Dave, and today we're going to be covering the second half of the most exciting sequels of 2020. With that being said, these are the top sequels I saw coming out in July and heading through December. These are the sequels that I saw that excited me, and today I'll be telling you what we know about them. Please don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and notification button below to see all of our new videos as soon as they come out. Also, please leave a comment below on what you think about these movies and also what you would like to see in my next episodes. Remember, these are just my opinions, and I want you to watch all these movies for yourself and let me know what you think. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to get started with July, where we have 3 major sequel releases. The first sequel is Minions: Rise of Gru. This movie is expected July 3rd, and it picks up shortly after the first Minions movie in the heart of the 1970s. We see Gru is growing up in the suburbs as a fanboy of the supervillain group known as the Vicious Six. Gru hatches a plan to become evil enough to join them. Luckily, he gets some mayhem-making backup from his loyal friends, the Minions. Together, Kevin, Stuart, and Bob deploy their skills as they and Gru build their first lair, experiment with their first weapons, and pull off their first missions. Now, in addition to our original Minions, we also get introduced to Otto, a new Minion sporting braces and a desperate need to please Gru. With the Vicious Six ousting their leader, legendary fighter Wild Knuckles, Gru interviews to become their newest member. It doesn't go well, though, and it only gets worse after Gru outsmarts them and suddenly finds himself the mortal enemy of the apex of evil. On the run, Gru will turn to an unlikely source of guidance, Wild Knuckles himself, and discovers even bad guys need a little help from their friends. I'm hoping that the Minions bring their same passion that they had in their first movie to this new installment. This is also the sequel to the Minions, but it's also the prequel to the Despicable Me franchise, which makes it even better because it covers both movies. The second movie that we have is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Coming out on July 10th, we have a single mom and her 2 kids arriving in a small town. They begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy that their grandfather left behind. Now, what I find the most exciting about this movie is that we get our original Ghostbusters back. We get to see Sigourney Weaver, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson coming back to reprise their roles, which if you ever saw the original 2 Ghostbuster movies, you know is comedy gold. The next movie that we have coming out is Purge 5. It will also be released on July 10th. It will follow the same premise as the first 4 Purge movies, which is a 12-hour window where all crime is legal. Now, that's all we know at the moment, but it is in production, so we should have more details soon as we get closer to the release date. There are 2 movie sequels coming out that we're going to be covering for August. The first is Bill and Ted Face the Music. This one comes out on August 21st and is the long-awaited sequel to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from 1989. Now, there was another movie between them, but it was really not considered a sequel, but it kind of was, and that was Bill and Ted Go to Hell. Now, this has massively successful actor Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters coming back to reprise their roles as Bill and Ted. The movie is staged many years after the first movie, where we now visit our heroes as middle-aged dads who are still attempting to chase their rock destiny. I'm sure with the 2 of them at it again, we'll be slammed with comedy, which will make this appealing to almost everybody. Then we have The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard coming out. This is the movie I'm most excited about of the 2. Being released on August 28th, it's the follow-up of The Hitman's Bodyguard, which was released in 2017. This has Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson and Salma Hayek coming back to reprise their roles. Now, that's all we know about it at the moment, but if you saw the first movie, this one will be sure to excite you as well. With Reynolds and Jackson both back in this movie, we are sure to have plenty of action, comedy, and drama to keep us entertained. And if you haven't watched the first movie, I would really recommend that you invest a bit of time and go back and watch it. You will be sure to laugh with everybody. Moving into September, we have just one major sequel coming out, and it's a horror movie. Being released on September 11th, we have the third episode of the Conjuring franchise being released, named The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. This, of course, is a follow-up to The Conjuring 2, which was released in 2016, and The Conjuring being released in 2013. Now, the good news is James Wan is taking the helm once again and growing his Conjuring cinematic universe. In this movie, we see Vera Fleming and Patrick Wilson reprising their roles as Ed and Lorraine Warren, expert demonologists. In this new adventure, we see them fighting for the soul of a young boy. Then they get taken beyond anything that they've ever seen before to mark the first time in U.S. history that a murder suspect would claim demonic possession as a defense. With this being said, it will surely continue the traditional jump scares that these movies have offered and make us all question what is real and what isn't real. October is another month to bring us two new exciting sequels. The first being Venom 2, which is going to be released on October 2nd. And this movie is truly exciting. This picks up with our heroes Eddie Brock and Venom, played by Tom Hardy, facing off against a new adversary who is yet to be named. But we do know at the end of the first Venom movie that we were introduced to a possible new villain, Carnage, played by Woody Harrelson. Now, what makes this movie exciting is that it's going to be the first movie mashup in a while between Marvel and Sony, which tells us that Spider-Man, played by Tom Holland, has a chance to meet up in the new Sony superhero universe. A lot about this movie is still being withheld, but we will let you know more as we get closer to the release date. The second movie coming out is Halloween Kills, being released on October 16th. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode continues in the next chapter of the Halloween series. Now, to throw it out there, this really isn't my cup of tea anymore, since I feel like the movie is so overplayed due to multiple remakes and sequels over the years. But it is one of the most anticipated horror movies coming out in 2020. Alright guys, November starts out with a bang with Godzilla vs. Kong. This film is being released on November 20th. Now, in a new world where man and monsters now coexist, Monarch must lead the way to a prosperous future alongside the Titans, keeping humanity in check. However, rival factions that will manipulate the Titans for war begin to rise under the guise of a nefarious conspiracy, threatening to wipe out all life on the planet. Meanwhile, on Skull Island, strange seismic activity draws the attention of Godzilla and Kong alike. Now, we have heard rumors that have been confirmed that the seismic activity that is being felt is actually Mechagodzilla being built on Skull Island by someone, and it will be a major enemy in the film. The next movie that we have is Escape Room 2, being released on November 30th. This is the follow-up to a 2019 movie, Escape Room. Now, not much is known about this movie yet, but I'm sure we'll be following the same general storyline of 6 or more people being invited to an escape room with large quantities of money on the line for whoever survives. This is your traditional New Age horror story, which I'm sure will have some blood and gore for all of us. Alright guys, to end the year out, we have 2 movies coming out in December. The first is Coming to America 2, being released on December 18th. This movie has Eddie Murphy picking up right where he left off. In this one, we see Prince Akeem learning about his long-lost son and returns to America to meet his unlikely heir to the throne of Zamunda. If Murphy can bring back the laughs from the first movie, I'm sure we're going to have a good time. The second is The Croods 2, being released on December 23rd. Now this one, we see the Croods and Guy continuing their journey after they escaped the end of the world to a place they call tomorrow. The prehistoric family is being challenged by a rival family, the Biedermans, who claim to be better and more evolved. I'm sure with Grug and Guy together, it will be a funny, caring, exciting adventure for the whole family. Alright guys, there you have it. We've gone through all the movie sequels coming out between July and December. Remember, don't let anyone tell you what's good or not. Just watch what you want to watch. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and notification buttons below, and share this video with your friends on social media. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed last week and let you guys know that at this time we have 8 subscribers and our last video got 33 views, and so we are growing. please visit our Facebook or Twitter pages, Dave Talks Movies. If there's a movie or a top 10 movie list that you want us to talk about, leave us a comment on either page or in the comments below on our YouTube channel, and we will get to it. Also, hit us up with your ideas and thoughts about the topics that we talked about today, all the movies, all the sequels, all the exciting stuff, and I will respond to you and all your comments on all platforms. This is Dave the Movie Guy signing off.